The sun rises over another day of unrest in Hong Kong. A protester keeps lookout for incoming police. This is the Chinese University of Hong Kong, an emerging stronghold for anti-government protesters. They're dug in and they are prepared. Food, water, helmets, gas masks are in plentiful supply. Petrol bomb production is relentless. Supplies sit on every corner. The so-called frontliners practicing their throwing skills on the campus playing field. This was the scene Tuesday night, among the most brutal clashes we have seen in 5 months. Police say they fired more than 1,500 rounds of tear gas, 1,300 rubber bullets, far more than at any other incident. Protesters threw petrol bombs, even using a fiery bow and arrow. Police say they wanted to safeguard a bridge leading to the university to prevent protesters throwing objects onto cars below. That bridge is now very much under protester control. The highway below closed and littered with debris. Now, the police are blaming the protesters, saying the violence the protesters use could become deadly. What would you say to that?
I think this saying is ridiculous. You know, like policemen can use any guns like pistol and their rifles to shoot any protesters.
Are you scared?
Definitely. I think not only me, everyone here is scared.
It's all about supply and demand at this point. On social media, there are protesters who say exactly what they need, and then you have other protesters bringing it: food, water, medical supplies. Also, some residents from around Hong Kong have been dropping off donations as well. And this other queue, this is a queue of hundreds of people, not just students, some older people as well, queuing to get inside this university. You can see it hooks all the way around, then comes back up the hill to get inside the university and to be part of this protest movement. Foreign students in this university and others are leaving. Mainland Chinese students left by boats on Wednesday. This American student was told by his university he must leave due to the situation.
It is a little surreal, just because I thought about it. It's like the same person who's sitting next to me in my econ class is the one who's out here, but I understand why they're doing it.
Classes have been cancelled, the semester prematurely ended, as universities become the new battleground in an increasingly bitter fight. Paula Hancock's CNN Hong Kong.
From August 2016 until May 2019, I served as the U.S. ambassador to Ukraine. During my tenure in Ukraine, I went to the front line approximately 10 times during a hot war to show the American flag, to hear what was going on, sometimes literally as we heard the impact of artillery, and to see how our assistance dollars were being put to use. I worked to advance U.S. policy, fully embraced by Democrats and Republicans alike, to help Ukraine become a stable and independent democratic state with a market economy integrated into Europe. Supporting Ukraine is the right thing to do. It's also the smart thing to do. If Russia prevails and Ukraine falls to Russian dominion, we can expect to see other attempts by Russia to expand its territory and its influence. As the past couple of months have underlined, not all Ukrainians embraced our anti-corruption work. Thus, perhaps it was not surprising that when our anti-corruption efforts got in the way of a desire for profit or power, Ukrainians who preferred to play by the old corrupt rules sought to remove me. What continues to amaze me is that they found Americans willing to partner with them, and working together, they apparently succeeded in orchestrating the removal of a US ambassador. How could our system fail like this? How is it that foreign corrupt interests could manipulate our government? Which countries' interests are served when the very corrupt behavior we have been criticizing is allowed to prevail? I served at the pleasure of the president. I still find it difficult to comprehend that foreign and private interests were able to undermine US interests in this way. Individuals who apparently felt stymied by our efforts to promote stated US policy against corruption, that is, to do our mission, were able to successfully conduct a campaign of disinformation against a sitting ambassador using unofficial back channels. Our Ukraine policy has been thrown into disarray, and shady interests the world over have learned how little it takes to remove an American ambassador who does not give them what they want. After these events, what foreign official, corrupt or not, could be blamed for wondering whether the US ambassador represents the president's views? Attacks are leading to a crisis in the State Department as the policy process is visibly unraveling. Leadership vacancies go unfilled, and senior and mid-level officers ponder an uncertain future. The crisis has moved from the impact on individuals to an impact on the institution itself. The State Department is being hollowed out from within at a competitive and complex time on the world stage. This is not a time to undercut our diplomats.
I have a lot of experience which would be useful if I was President of the United States.